Hello, my students. How are you today? Today I'm going to present you about my material, my slide, especially lesson 2, about the simple present tense with verb other than be. Today we focus on learning how to make statements, how to make questions, and short answers. It's like what we have learned in the previous meetings. We learned about the use of be, such as I'm, is, and are. It is the same as we learned today. That is simple present tense. Okay, let's begin with the first slide, everyone. Please focus on this slide. In this slide shows that how the form of simple present tense using verb in terms of table. But remember that I'd like to give you several words related to the verb itself. When we use verb in simple present tense, we use verb 1 or simple verb. For example, like work, read, or write, and eat. In the table here, we will firstly learn the subject of the sentence, such as I, you, he, we, you, and they. But here, the subject in English classified into two parts: singular subject and plural subject. Singular subject consists of three, as the first singular subject, second singular subject, and third singular subject. I as the first singular subject, you as the second singular subject and the second plural subject, while she, he, it, or the name of person like John, Mary, we call as third singular subject. So when the third singular subject, the verb should be put as like works, works. Okay, now we begin to read these sentences. First, I work every morning. You work every morning. He works every morning. We work every morning. You work every morning. And they work every morning. Okay, once again, especially for the third singular subject, the verb must be put as. Okay. Okay, now we move to the second slide. In the second slide, you will do first exercise. The first exercise, you are going to make your own sentence using two subjects. The first subject as a third singular, and the second subject can be second or first singular or plural, like we, here is the example of the subject. The words derive from the verbs. Verb 1, kata kerja berasal dari kata kerja pertama. I put three examples of verbs here, such as reads, writes, and practice. For example, John reads in the morning and we read in the afternoon. Jadi John membaca di pagi hari dan kita membacanya di sore hari. So make sure that when the subject is a third singular person, the verb must be put as reads. Okay. While the second one is John writes in the morning and we write in the afternoon. The third one, John practices, not practices, Do not read practices, but practice in the morning and we practice in the afternoon. Okay, actually these sentences you can see in your book. Okay, in your book. Okay, I have provided you 5 words here. 5 words here. You try to make as the example above. You try to make as the example above. Okay, I will give you the answer for number 1, arrives. You can use other subject, ya. Misalnya Mary. Mary arrives in the morning, and you arrive in the afternoon. Okay, you can continue number 2, 3, 4, and 5 by yourself. Okay, now we go on to the next material, how to make questions using do and does. Remember that if you want to make a question related to the activity of the person, yeah, in simple present tense we use do and does. It depends on the subject itself. Yeah, if the subject related to the third singular persons like she, he, it, or the name of person like John, Mary, we can use does. Okay, for example, from the statement, yeah, John John works in the morning. John works in the morning. So we can ask, does John work in the morning? Yeah, does John work in the morning? Do not using works or double S. Misalnya, does John works in the morning? That is incorrect. Ya, itu kalimatnya salah karena sudah kita menggunakan does, worknya kembali ke verb biasa, verb semula. Okay, the second one, using does, yeah, in equation. Using do in equation. Do is used to ask the activity of a person related out of third singular person, di luar dari third singular person. Misalnya, you, I, you, they, we, John and Mary, for example, ya kan? Singular subject, plural subject, John and Mary. Nah, misalnya di sini sebagai they, ya, they work every day. So if you want to make questions using do, yeah, put do in the beginning of the questions, yeah. Do they work every day? Yeah, do they work every day? And so on. If the statement like this, yeah, you eat every day. You eat every day. So the question is, do you eat every day? You write a novel in the morning. Do you write a novel in the morning? And so on. Okay, the next slide, you can practice some additional examples like, do I speak well? Does Mary work at home? Do we begin in the morning? Do Mr. and Mrs. Allen eat dinner at 7 o'clock? And so on. Okay, I'm sure that everyone here can produce your own sentence using do and does in equations. And now we try to answer 8 questions here. There are 8 questions. Yeah, you try to change from the statement into questions. You try to change the statement into questions. Okay, as the example here, John and Mary study English. So the appropriate word or as a question, do or does? Do. Okay. Do John and Mary study English? Yeah, because John and Mary is a plural subject. Okay, now I'll give you one more example from the question here. John and Mary have coffee at 10 o'clock. So you can see the subject John and Mary. So do John and Mary have coffee at 10 o'clock? Okay. For the next statements, you can do it by yourself. And now the second way is to make question using pronoun, kata ganti orang. Jadi subjek, misalnya nama orang, diganti menjadi pronoun. Pronoun itu kata ganti orang, ya. Jadi misalnya John, pronounnya apa? He. John and Mary, pronounnya they. Ya, ya. Students, they. Ya, student. Jika kita tahu student ini he atau she, maka kita tinggal menentukan he atau she. Nah, jadi kita menggunakan pronoun. Tadi yang pertama tidak perlu kita menggunakan pronoun ya ketika kita membuat satu pertanyaan. Nah, as the example here, John and Mary study English. So, do they study English? Okay. Mr. Allen reads at night. Mr. Allen is a man or woman? Man, right? So we change is into he. Okay, Mr. Allen. Yeah, Mr. Allen is he. Okay. Does he read at night? And so on. Okay, there are 8 statements here you need to change into question and use pronoun to substitute the subject of the sentence. Okay, now we still have the last slide here, how to make negative and positive short answers. As what I have explained you before, it's simple to make a short answer. Yeah, it depends on the real situations. Yeah, it depends on the real situations. Misalnya, if the situation is not based on the question, we can say no. Yeah. If it is yes, we can say yes, it is. This is the previous pattern. Nah, sekarang kita akan mencoba untuk menggunakan do and does as in short answer. Okay, number 1. In positive short answer, the question, for example, does John like coffee? The answer is yes, he does. Or in a plural subject, do Mr. and Mrs. Allen like tea? So the answer, yes, they do. Okay, it is simple, right? Okay, while in negative short answer, we can say no. No. From the question, for example, does John sing well? If John cannot sing well, we can say that no, he doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. And do Mr. and Mrs. Allen sing well? If they cannot sing well, we can say no, they don't. Yeah? No, they don't. Okay, everyone. I think that's all for the video today. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.